Hi Aries, welcome to your monthly reading. As always, keep in mind that this is only a general reading. Always take what it feels right and with what does resonate within your own life experiences during this time. If you would like to have a personal reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below. For the month of October, as usual, I have a special sales offer available, and for this month, it's inspired in Libra themed season, and it's a special focus into love and relationship matters. So if you would like to know more details about that special, which is called The Ring, or any other of my services, again, just email me. Or if you would like to donate and support my channel, you can also do so by following the PayPal link, which is also down below. So Aries, I do feel like October has a lot of this effect where some of you are opening up here to, you're opening up, or you're about to open up to a brand new force of energy, something very unusual, different, something you have never tried or you have never seen yourself like exploring. It might be a part of what you are oriented here to try out, and it feels like for many of you this will be upon communication, learning, your friendships, your associations. There are things here about enterprise endeavors, your professional life as well, that requires some sort of training. For some of you, Aries, there will be a lot of different elements added to a source, right, of interest of yours or knowledge or your work. Something will be added here that is very different from what you're used to, but at the same time, it's just what I feel like some of you need to expand, particularly for Aries that have their own business, or you have been wanting to succeed and excel, for example, in your exams in school. Something here again that deals a lot with some sort of training or education. I feel like you're really going to be able um, to reach that point of victory after some time here, where perhaps some of you have found or bumped into ongoingly some sort of failure or some sort of denial. I keep getting like some of you have been denied access to a particular victory or to a particular success. um, it has been a long journey for some of you as well to feel intellectually driven and stimulated, like you are about to be, or you already are feeling. So it feels like some of you are leaving a mental state as well, that has been fragile. And I keep getting like something here like glass shattering in the mind space. So it's a feeling like some of you have had high hopes, right? Ideals, fantasies, dreams, big things, right? That have not come to pass successfully. And this is the energy you're leaving behind, right? So you have your Ten of Swords paired with the Ten of Hearts, which is a very a strong energy of contrast. But again, it talks about an ending of a phase that is joined here with two aces in October, which is great, and we'll talk about the Ace of Wands as well. But the feeling here is like some of you are living behind, a psychological state that has created a lot of self-doubt and a lot of sabotage as well when it comes to finding the happiness you long to find, when it comes to finding the happy results. Because I keep getting like for many of you this is about results. It's like wanting to really gain or get something, and not being able to do so. And I feel like some of you really have this energy where your self-confidence, even the way you see yourself as being, intellectually gifted or intelligent or smart or capable. There's something here about some of you Aries not believing in your intellectual gifts, not finding yourselves to be smart enough. There's something here, um, you know, about mental insecurities. And I feel like some of you are really diving deep into studies or knowledge because you are understanding more than ever that that is actually where your power is coming from. Not perhaps for some of you Aries, you have felt like um, things of the mind were your weakness. So your ability to make proper decisions, your thought process, your speech, the way you again internalize info, your wisdom, the ability to make again observations around you that are clear and defined. Because I keep getting like fogginess for some of you as well. So a lot of weird energy around your mind space I keep getting, and this is exactly what is dissipating. So whatever has been the Ace of Swords is also a lot about clarity, and it's interesting because it is in your soul position. So how you're basically feeling and internalizing the main issues occurring for you in October. So you're seeing the truth more than ever. You know what you're dealing with more than ever. You know what you think more than ever. You know what you want to choose and decide more than ever. There's this a little bit of this argumentative tone that it's at the same time not conflict based. I feel like this argument is more like a passionate debate energy that might be happening with closed ones or with with teams you might be working with your colleagues. I keep getting like there's a lot of passionate debates. um, for some of you there's also a lot of girl talk, so I don't know exactly, this might be a particular message for some of you, but it's like a lot of feminine, something here about feminine involvement in this debate or this group, right? Perhaps women getting together, or there's a gathering with women with this Five of Hearts also here, that brings with it a lot of information, a lot of clarity, a lot of passion again to the surface. Some of you might be just, in a moment where you want to talk it out. You want to talk more than usual. You're more open to discuss matters than perhaps you were before, where again your mind space was more in a concealed space. So we're in whatever places you have found like your energy was like closed, right? Limited, almost like restrictive, and with it this absence of interest. I keep getting like there's something here about just not feeling, this chronic apathy feeling for some of you Aries. This is moving away. And I also feel like there's something here again about some of you are signing some sort of new contract, new deal, or again, you're interested in just, diving into a source um, of information or subject that you're so passionate about. You're so like, I feel like some of you will be seeing like whatever this is that you're educating yourselves about. You'll find it to be just what you needed to let go of some things that you might still be, kind of emotionally attached to, and that are stopping your progress. So you have here a lot of progress. You have here a lot of things to achieve with this new chapter and new energy, even if it's unconventional or not necessarily where you thought, you would go. There are things happening for some of you Aries that are again happening in very unusual ways. But this unpredictability, this excitement, this almost like a feeling like every day is a brand new day. And obviously it is, but there are moments in our lives and energies we are in that do not allow us to feel that way, like fresh, revived, ready, right? Stimulated. There are days that can be really depressive and feel like more of the same. So it's that feeling of chewing the same energy that is leaving. It's something completely different coming, helping you, even the irritation again, or the um, conflict that might sometimes arise here is bringing something positive because it's making you get involved. It's making you get, to a point where You know, this lukewarm vibe, which usually is not the vibe of Aries, but for some reason, some of you have had this lukewarm attitude or behavior in the last weeks or months, and that is shading. That is passing into something much more, again, assertive. I also feel like some of you are, you know, you're like saying things as you see them to be, and sometimes for some of you this is creating a sense of definition with what you're dealing with. So it's like some of you, due to the absence of some sort of, you know, confrontation here in communication in particular, um, this perhaps has also been contributing for some of you Aries to not see yourself in your life and your relationships, to put them in the right positions and places, so you know what you're dealing with. And I also feel like some of you just want to organize your life at a whole, so you feel like you're more, you know, in control. You know, um you're more established in a state of living, right, that it's healthier. Because I keep getting like, some of you just want that. You want a healthy life. You want a life that feels like functional, productive, and at the same time very interesting. Um, this Ace of Wands, it's something, again, you might not know how fiery October can turn out to be, how interesting, how filled with some sort of energy. It's almost like this magnets here attracting each other. And obviously this could be about attraction with we're talking here about romantic wise, or sexually speaking, but actually I'm not feeling that to be the major manifestation. It could be, but it feels like more something, it's an energy again, or situation or opportunities again that do not really um are your usual thing, and it's like your soul is attracted to that same vibe, right? It's like you're meeting vibes that are very compatible, and creating something here, creatively speaking, very, very, very interesting. So if you're thinking about joining into a new hobby or venture or something where, again, there's people involved, teams and such, I feel like you could just find that to be, you know, very purposeful, something to hold on as well. I feel like, you know, something to look forward to, particularly for Aries, again, that have been leaving a phase where things were really more in the dark, you know, not seeing the way, the direction ahead. You're regaining direction, you're regaining purpose, you're regaining, again, vision of the future, and it looks amazing. Now, for some of you, definitely, as you go into Scorpio season with the Death card as your outcome, and again, the energy you're transitioning into November, whatever has been, has been. Whatever has been, like a mantra to repeat every day for you, because this is like extreme ending. There's something here that has ended, and thank God that it did. It's almost like a feeling like a nightmare that has ended. And I feel like maybe do in the mixture of all of this difficulty or suffering, you know, or disappointment, heartbreak that some of you experience with loss, um there was something like taken that you might be regaining, right? So what is still almost like an energy, you know, some things, you know, needed to end here, and they were very positive for you, but some things about that same phase or situation can be recycled. It's almost like there's a recycling here, that it's um, possible with something that was a part of this death process. So basically what I want to say is that you might see that as you go into Scorpio season and as you go into the next month, there are second chances associated with Scorpio energy. So about, again, transformation, about deep intimacy, about shared values, about, you know, getting deep into our psyche, getting deep into the psyche of others, harnessing your power from a very deep place within. So if you still feel incomplete, or there's a feeling here, some of you sometimes you still might be feeling at a soul level somehow incomplete. I feel like some of you can be like accessing a powerful space within where you can recover energy that and power again that you believe has went right down the drain with the Ten of Swords, when in reality there might still be something there. What has ended is again the illusions, the fantasies, in particular for some of you Aries, the fantasy of something, the illusion here, the, the energy of projecting into situations and relationships more than what they had. What I want to say is like perhaps you could have the very same person in front of you, but now you're able to see them. Yeah, now you can make a decision and you can talk with them without that projection energy. I keep getting like some of you have been learning a lot about understanding the way you react towards the other, and that being more a thing of your own right than a thing of their responsibility. So it's a feeling like something here might be revisited. Yes, it could be about love. It could be just about um, your emotional background, where you're now able to see something with clarity, where you're now able to see something for what it is and fearless, because this death energy is also here like a fearless thing. So don't be afraid to look at death in the eye, and a feeling like if you look away, this is where again the illusion is created, this is where the problem is created. But if you stare it in the eye, you will see like there's nothing to be afraid of, because what this death energy has to show you is what's left of something where you thought there would be nothing else left. So this is a particular message for some of you that can be applied to your own specific story depending on what's going on there. But in general, it feels like and I also feel like it's like a never ending energy here of ongoing transformation with you. So it's like you're shedding and shedding and shedding and letting go and inviting in and inviting in and letting go and inviting in the new more and more and more and more and more. So this is why any type of stagnation is not, doable. It does not work. It does not function with you anymore, because it's on the move. It's an energy that is moving, 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 moving. It's constantly active. This death is bringing a constant activation of changes within and on your external reality as well, but particularly within. So it's almost like you can't just rest or let it be. It's like the universe won't let you rest, because the energy is so deep and it's steering so many emotions, and at the same time, urges. Like suddenly you might feel jumpy, like interested in so many different things and everything, and you want to read more about that and about that, and you want to talk with this person and you want to talk with that person, and you expand. So I keep getting like whatever this death energy is for you, it's not about anything ending, it's about ongoing expansion from a very deep, yes, dark place within, but still, as we expand from light, we expand from darkness, because both are energies of creation. And this is where you have some power to tap into, to bring fresh, new relationships, experiences, energy into your life, like the breath here of fresh air, that it's so essential into your life. And I keep getting like for the majority of you I'm connecting, this is coming from knowledge, studies, or your profession. So I hope you have a great month. Thank you so much for all of you that have been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and donating to my channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Hopefully we'll see each other soon.